And I don't know what to do because law enforcement won't step in no matter what. It don't matter whether it's FBI, detectives, local law enforcement. Everywhere I turn, no one will help. And I've made several anonymous tips online. Me and my family have contacted local law enforcement, detectives, and FBI agencies over 113 times within the last 5 years. But yet, we get nothing. I'm at the point where I don't know what to do anymore. I genuinely don't know, which is why I need fucking help. Because I don't know what to fucking do. I've done everything I can on my end. I need supporters and people that are willing to step up and help me. I need help.
Cyraxx, have you ever thought about just thinking about just going outside and just getting fresh air? And I don't mean by just taking out the trash and then you just go running back in the house. No, 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 no. I'm just talking about when the last time have you been outside, like going to a park somewhere? Not the kind of park where children play, because you don't need to be at no park where there's a bunch of kids running around there. No, hell no. I'm talking about like a regular park where it's just adults out there feeding swans or whatever like that. There's no children out there. You ever thought about asking Sally or Ed to just drive you somewhere and you just sit at the park and just enjoy the scenery, bro? I mean, Cyraxx, we are in the month of September, and I do remember you mentioning that September is the month of your birthday. We are in the month of September, and you still being miserable. He's not going to be happy on his birthday neither. He's going to be miserable on his birthday. He going to be miserable on his birthday. See, Cyraxx, you was quiet at one time, and you didn't really say nothing though. But it's just like what I said over and over, people. When he comes back on the internet, what does he do? He go mentioning William Glory. He mentioned N-word boy and all the other people. He come out saying that he's slowly healing. Stop lying, dude. You're not healing from this. You was not healing from this, because if you was healing from this, you wouldn't keep mentioning those guys. You keep acknowledging those guys. And you talk about saying that you talked to the FBI and everything like that. The cops and them not gonna do a darn thing, Cyraxx. They see what you're doing on the internet. They're not gonna sit there and waste their time on it, because I'm sure they told you numerous times to ignore these people and block these people. But what do, Cyraxx? You continue to be hard-headed. You don't want to listen. You're so stubborn. And you feel like that you got to speak and say something when it doesn't really matter what you say. Everybody on the internet is going to keep picking on you, bro. I mean, you have done a lot of things on the internet, bro. I can just sit here and write a list down of all the disgusting things you've done over the years. I mean, you went on panel with Marty and them. And I'm going to tell you what was your biggest mistake that you made, Cyraxx. The biggest mistake that you made was, one, you should have ignored Marty and them when you had the chance. And two, you should have never went on panel with those guys. Because that's the thing about me. I'm not going to go on to panel if I know that person is there to try to clown me or they're going to try to disrespect me. They're not going to get no interview out of me. They're not. I wouldn't even join it. They can sit there and assume that, oh, you're afraid, Joe, because you don't want to join panel. No, because I know you're going to disrespect me. You're going to disrespect me, and you're doing this to get a rise off of me. And that's the mistake that you made with Marty and them. You sat there, got on panel, You sat there and you argued with William Glory and Martin them on panel. You know what I'm saying? You gave those guys what they want, bro. And they got what they want out of you, bro, over the years. You went on panels screaming, cursing, saying a bunch of racial things. I mean, flashing your penis, trying to get Marty banned. I mean, I pretty much mentioned this already before, but you did too much. You did too much. And now you was looked at as a scumbag on here now, Cyraxx. And there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. You can't change people's point of view. I mean, you could come on here, Cyraxx, and saying that you want your life back, you want things to go back to normal. It is too late, Cyraxx. People already view you for who you really are. They see who you are. You had numerous opportunity to stay off the internet and not keep addressing the same thing over and over and over and over again. Talking about that you need help. How many times do I got to keep saying this, Cyraxx? Nobody's going to help you. Nobody's going to help you. The only person that can help Cyraxx is Cyraxx. Only you can help yourself, Cyraxx, and you have not shown that. You have not shown that. Because if you did, you wouldn't be on here addressing that. So apparently, you love the attention. You can sit there and try to play it off all you want to and saying that I don't like all this, it's ruining my family's life and they're tired of it. You like the attention. And I said over and over again, Cyraxx, you should be ashamed of yourself, Cyraxx, for dragging your parents in your mess. Yes, it is your fault. You involved Sally and Ed in your mess. And I know deep down, Ed knows that. Deep down, Sally and them knows that. I'm pretty sure they sat there and had a talk with you and blame you for how things are. And you know Cyraxx going to be talking back, running his mouth, blaming William Glory, blaming Marty and them, saying that it was their fault when the pointing the finger really goes towards you, Cyraxx. You was to blame why people are doing the things that they're doing. You challenge people to come over there. You know, you sat there and you involved. You just lucky that nobody ain't put 30 or 20 bullets in your house. I mean, these people know where you live at, Cyraxx. Shouldn't that be enough to convince you that, okay, these people know where I live at. I need to just chill out because now things is really getting out of pocket. They know where I live at. I just need to chill out and just stay off the internet for a good decent amount of time though. But he doesn't do that, people. He doesn't want to do that because he's hard headed. He's hard headed. He don't want to listen. I mean, this dude, bro, just sit up in the room, sit in the house all freaking day. I mean, just look at you, Cyraxx. You look like you dying, bro. I mean, I'm surprised you still got hair on your head as it is. But you about to be, 35 years old, still ain't going out and enjoying life. Instead of trying to get yourself together and go out and go to a park somewhere or do something with yourself, bro. Like, I mean, there's more. Let me tell you something, Cyraxx. There is more life than just sitting in the house arguing with trolls 24/7, though. Because take the internet away from Cyraxx, what does Cyraxx have? Cyraxx would be miserable. If they were to shut down the internet on Cyraxx's house, shut down the internet, if Cyraxx didn't have access to the internet, Cyraxx would be super miserable. He would be miserable. He wouldn't know what to do with himself. You know he would, because it bothers him. When Cyraxx be off the internet for about a couple of weeks or a week or so and he doesn't say anything, he's bored. He it bothers him. He's wondering what people are saying about him. When you know there are not good things said about you, Cyraxx. You know nobody on the internet is not saying good things about you. You know that. So why you keep coming on here thinking something has changed and nothing has changed? Everybody's opinion still remains the same about you. You're still the goblin. You're a disgusting human being. You're a racist person. Nothing's changed about you, Cyraxx. So you can sit here and try to gain sympathy points all you want to, bro. It's not gonna work. Nobody cares what you have to say no more, man. When are you gonna get it through your head, man? All this saying, I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna still be on the internet. I mean, it's your choice if you want to keep getting on the internet like an idiot, but you're not gaining nothing from it, and you know that. You's absolutely not gaining nothing from this. What are you gaining from this? Nothing. Like, seriously, what is you gaining from this, Cyraxx? Zero. You get nothing in return. Nothing. I mean, for someone like you, Cyraxx, that's been on the losing team for many years, for about 7 to 8 years, you would think somebody like Cyraxx would have enough common sense and just be like, all right, man, all right. Y'all call me this, y'all call me that. Y'all think I'm this, I'm thinking that. You know what, Cyraxx? You gonna have to wear that. You did too much on the internet, bro, for people to dislike you. You did too much. You said too much. So the damage has been done. Like I said, the biggest mistake you made, Cyraxx, was you getting on panel with Marty and all them. You kept fussing with Marty. You kept fussing with William Glory and N-Word Boy on panel. That was your biggest mistake. That's when people really saw your true image on who you really are. By you getting on panel, calling Marty racial things and stuff like that. That was the biggest mistake that you made right there in your career. When you did all that, you went downhill from there. When you got caught talking to minors, when you was going on panel, raging at Marty, wouldn't allow Marty to get a word in. And it wasn't just Marty, it was other people too. You just cursing, swearing, talking very aggressively on panel. People saw who you are, bro. They saw for who you are. You painted yourself that way, Cyraxx. You did. You painted yourself that way. You visioned yourself that way for all of us to see that. So people going to go with the flow. They're going to go with the flow. Even if someone on the internet, even if you met somebody that's not aware of you, Cyraxx, and somebody told them that, hey, Cyraxx is not who he say he is, even if you met a female and she was friends with you and she wasn't really aware of the things that was going down that you did on the internet in the past, somebody's going to bring it to her attention. Someone's going to bring it to her attention, or she's probably going to find out herself when she looks up all these videos about you being on panel, being racist, flashing your penis on cam and saying all that type of stuff. They're going to be like, oh, no, I don't want to be friends with this guy. This guy right here is disrespectful. He's disgusting. He disrespects his grandmother. He doesn't have no respect for his stepdad. This guy is just disgusting. This guy lives in the attic. Yeah, people going to turn away from you. Yeah, they're going to turn away from you. And Cyraxx, you keep coming on here and you keep talking about saying that you got friends that's backing you up. Where they at? Where they at? I keep hearing you bringing these people up. I keep hearing you giving these people shout outs in your videos. Where they at? Where are these people at, Cyraxx, that you keep saying that you're talking to and they got your back and they feeling sorry for you? Then where they at then? If they really care about you, you wouldn't be making a video saying you need help. So evidently you're lying, bro. Either you're lying or they just pretend to be friends with you. Or who knows? They could be bunny trolls. Cyraxx is very good on falling for bunny trolls, right, people? He's good for that. He's definitely good for that. You keep bringing these people up, but they ain't doing nothing. Why they ain't calling the police for you? Why they ain't sticking their nose in it? You know why? Because they trying to stay the F out the way. They trying to stay out the way because they don't want their lives turn out to be like yours. They see how your life is. You keep saying that nobody doesn't want to help you. You ever tell you why? Because they don't want their lives turn out like how you are. Come on, man. Why would anybody wants to defend a PDF like you, Cyraxx? Why would anybody want to do that? And I noticed that not too many people is coming out. Not too many. I mean, these people that you name drop that saying that they got your back, why are they making videos defending you? Why aren't they saying? Well, why aren't they doing that, Cyraxx? Who is these imaginary? Who are these imaginary people that you keep bringing up, Cyraxx? That's supposed to be your friends. Are you sure they're not bunny trolls, or they're just imaginary people that you wish that you had on your side? Which is it, Cyraxx? I don't know, people. I honestly don't know. You know what I wish what the police would do? I wish the cops, as many times that if Cyraxx and them call and harass the police for them to help, the police should arrest Cyraxx. I honestly wish they would arrest this dude and saying that, you've been aggravating us for the last 7-8 years, Cyraxx. You know what? You're the problem, Cyraxx. I think we should take you to jail. I wish they would just take him to jail, man. Talking about not just him, but him and Sally, him, Ed, and Sally. They always calling the police. They should take all three of y'all to jail since y'all keep bothering, harassing the police. I need help. You know what I'm saying? Because the cops already pretty much done told Sally that Cyraxx is the problem. You don't believe me? Look it up on YouTube where the police officer keep it real with Sally and let Sally know that Cyraxx is the problem. He's the one that's bringing all the problems here. And I think deep down, Sally knows that. She knows that. She knows Cyraxx is the problem. But she don't want to put him out, though. And everybody knows that's the only solution to all this is putting Cyraxx out, kicking him out. Cyraxx know right from wrong. He can sit there and try to play stupid all he want to. He know right from wrong. He know what he does is wrong. You might got a body of a handicap, Cyraxx, but you know exactly what you're doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't that slow. You ain't that slow. You know exactly what you're doing, Cyraxx. You know right from wrong. You just try to play it off because you try to use your handicapness as a shield. But the police really need to arrest you, Sally, and Ed, and take all three of y'all to jail for just keep playing with the police and keep calling them, bugging the police 24/7. I mean, if I was the Ohio police officer, man, I wouldn't even want to go down there. I wouldn't even if they told me and say, hey there, Joe, you need to go down there and check on that goblin Cyraxx. I'd be like, no, man, I'm not going down there, man, because they sit there and they argue with these stupid trolls online, and I'd have told my own captain that. I'd have been like, Captain, we done sat there, told Sally that Cyraxx is the problem, that she needs to get rid of him. So I don't think we should go down there. Well, why? It's a waste of time. We wasting our time going down there. We could be out there stopping real criminals, and that's the truth. The Ohio police, they could be out there stopping real criminals instead of wasting their time with Cyraxx and Sally and Ed and them, wasting their time with them. It's just a waste of time. They done sat there and told y'all 100 times that Cyraxx is the freaking problem. He's the problem. Put him out. What's stopping you? But Sally ain't going to do it until somebody gets hurt. The cops ain't going to do nothing until somebody severely get hurt. When somebody in that house gets hurt, then they're going to take the case serious, and then they're going to investigate on what was the cause of it. But like I said before, if somebody in that house get hurt, Cyraxx, whether it's you, Sally, or Ed, if Sally gets hurt or Ed gets hurt, the blame is going to be on you, Cyraxx. It's going to be on you. You're going to be the first suspect in the cops' mind because they already got it on file that they done been over there over a freaking 100 times. So you're going to be the first suspect. So stop your whining, Cyraxx. Stay off the internet. Stop repeating yourself, saying the same old thing over and over again. Nobody's coming to help you, okay? Get Sally's titty out your mouth. Every time something go wrong, Mama, like, bro, get her titties out your mouth. Like, real talk, man. Get Sally titties out your mouth, man. God, boy. Such a mama's boy. Talk all that junk. Like, honestly, people, I really wouldn't get no confrontation with somebody like Cyraxx. Because Cyraxx is the police-ass dude. Why would you want to get in a confrontation with someone that talk all tough, big and bad on the internet, and then turn around and want to call the police on you. Why would anybody want to get in a confrontation with a snitch like Cyraxx? Cyraxx is a joke. He's a joke, man. Anyway, y'all, that's all I want to say about this goblin. Peace.